G'day everybody, James Greenshields from the Resilient Leaders Foundation. Trust you're well. I just finished up a whole sequence of workshops. The first one with young people, our rite of passage that we run. Second one with an awesome bunch of blokes out bush, helping them find direction and starting them on their path. And the last one with our Masters crew, Masters in Conscious Leadership. And so I've been working with lots of different people from all ages and all different spaces of walks of life. What really came from that was three major things dropped out that are essentials for everyone, no matter what stage of life you're at. The first one, I keep saying, we control three things in life: our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. And if you know nothing else in life and you simply know that, then you become master of your fate, captain of your soul. We talk about being master of our own reality, but then all of a sudden we let a word slip, or we act in non-alignment to ourselves, or our thoughts just continually take ourselves, left field, away from what we really want. We keep bringing negativity in, or we doubt our own ability. These type of things, if you understand you control three things: our thoughts, our words, our deeds, you work to master. And when you master those three things, all your reality turns around. It doesn't matter if you're in a work where you've got a job and you believe you're a slave to the system. If you look at controlling those three things, something will shift. Your environment will shift, or you will shift your environment. And that's about you becoming your master. But if you don't realize that you have that power, if you continually give that power away to someone else, if you believe someone controls your thoughts, your words, your deeds, then you are disempowering yourself. And you're actually disempowering them, because they feed off that. Because we train people how to interact with us from day dot in our life to the day we end our life. We train people how to interact with us. And when we come back to mastering our thoughts, our words, our deeds, when we realize we've chosen at a subconscious level to allow people in our life to influence these, because of the emotional connection that we have to that situation, to that person, to that event, then we bring our power back inside. So one of the best things you can possibly do is start using I language. Me, my, and I. Stop generalizing and stop blaming and putting this out there, because blame destroys yourself. Blame gives you nowhere out, no personal power to move forward. And it's all based in judgment anyway, and no one has all the facts, so what's the point of doing it in the first place? So that's the first thing. You control three things, and when you work on that, watch your reality really, really change. The second one's respect. When you control three things and you start bringing yourself back and realizing, I'm not going to engage mum anymore in this nugatory conversation. It's not serving me, and it's definitely not serving her. Watch her recoil, because she's used to it. I go back to that point. We train people how to interact with us. So she's used to her interaction with you, and all of a sudden you start stopping the conversation, and it's like, hey, that's not quite right. So watch the recall. The biggest things we have to do then is we have to act with respect. Respect of others. Now, on the Young Warrior, we ask one question straight up, and that is, if you're not respecting someone, who aren't you really respecting? With an instant, a nanosecond, they throw back at us, myself. Awesome. So we flick that question around into the positive by day 2, and we then start asking. We say, for me to respect myself, I must naturally respect others. Respect is an incredible foundation of all human interaction, but particularly ourselves. And if we're doing things, if we're not controlling our thoughts, our words, our deeds, then we're not respecting ourselves or others. And if we're doing things out of alignment, which is number 3, if we're doing things out of alignment, then we're not respecting ourselves either. If we're in a job which is not serving us because of the coin or whatever we're trying to bring in, then we're doing it out of alignment to ourselves, and we're not respecting ourselves. One of the big takeaways that especially the guys took away was, to respect myself, I must completely align what I'm doing to who I am. Well, that obviously asks the question, who the hell am I? And we have to go deeper. And it's not the things we do, the roles we play, or whatever we have. It's something deeper inside ourselves. And that's a question that I recommend you ponder. But the big thing is to come into complete alignment. Integrity is thrown around. For crying out loud, in my military days, integrity is always waved around as a number 1 ticket value. But then I watch so many act disintegrously. Act as though they could do one thing and say another. Practice what I preach, not what I practice, is a theme used by many, many people. One of the reasons why I've taken my life to, almost taking my own life to where I am now, living an amazing life, it's taken me a long time to own the fact that I live an amazing life, and that's my own journey, which is still continuing. Every day I wake up and I get flashed by Byron Bay Lighthouse and go, this is incredible. And sometimes I actually have to really work at receiving it. And receiving, allowing yourself to completely receive all the benefits around you, is bringing yourself into alignment. That's one key aspect of it. But making sure we act, we think, we speak, and we act with respect, but also in alignment with ourselves and what's really, really important. There's a great Facebook page. I think it's called Blokes Advice. They've got about 680,000 members, and they, amongst other things, it's a forum for blokes, average guys, to throw up a question. And one of the questions that I noticed thrown up the other day is, "Hey guys, I've got a 6-month-old kid, and I don't have much money. I'm thinking about going and joining the mines to get money. What do you think?" And 250 men of all walks of life said, "No, don't do it." In their language, they said, "No, don't do it." Many of them had experiences in that and before and said it killed them, or it ran their relationship into the rocks, or they never talked to their kids anymore. One guy said, "I was 17 years and I didn't talk to my kids, and those 17 years are gone." So people are waking up. People are waking up that it's not about simply doing because someone's told you to do. It's about doing which is right in here. Awakening your heart, awakening something in you which really guides you to your passion. It's like it will fuel you and everything will naturally align. You've just got to be willing to open up and receive that alignment. How many blokes really struggle to ask for help? How many blokes struggle to put their hand up and actually have a deep conversation? When you do, you will find so many other people that are exactly like you in life. And I'm sure all of a sudden, you'll realise you're not alone. So, 3 key things. We control our thoughts, our words, our deeds. No one else does. If they do, we're allowing them at a subconscious level. Get to the bottom of it, release that, and then bring that back to empower ourselves. 2, respect is a key tenet of life. It's amazing what happens when you all of a sudden start respecting yourself and start respecting everyone else around you. It's fundamental, got to be lived by. And 3, alignment. We must live in alignment to ourselves. If we don't, we're doing a complete disservice to everyone around us, but more and particularly ourselves. I trust you got something out of that. Much love to everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Uru.